Who is DeMeco Ryans? Let's dive into who this brother really is, and let's look at what our realistic playoff chances are right now. Let's talk about it. Go, Hey yo, what up, man? Welcome to the most negative Texans channel on YouTube, apparently, according to y'all, which I think is absurd. Because all we doing is watching the games. All we doing is watching the games. That's it. All we doing is watching the games and commenting on what we see. If you think that's negative, you should hear the shit that I say to my TV while I'm watching the games. So. Yeah, I'm not sure where y'all's comments are coming from, man. This obviously us being negative shit is like perplexing to me. But in all seriousness, man, Bull Run Sports, this is still the channel that believes that this is a championship team making the Bull Run all the way to the Super Bowl. We never said that the path was going to be a straight, nice little trajectory line. Sometimes.
Hey, sometimes we get ups and downs, things happen. As DeMeco himself said, we're taking the stairs, not the escalator.
Taking bruh. I mean, we going the crypto route. Look at crypto, bruh. I mean, that shit was down forever. And right now the Texans is down. But hey, guess what? We're gonna pump it back up, baby. You're gonna get a win in Dallas. That's better days. But
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how we got here. Let's talk about our coach, because who are we to criticize the prodigal son, the guy, the almighty DeMeco Ryans? You know what I'm saying?
He who has returned, right?
Yeah, bruh. But some of these things have been driving us both crazy, man, in these interviews that he does. I know that this is getting to you a little bit more than me, man. So I'm gonna let you cue these things up and let's talk about who DeMeco Ryans is.
It's a couple of the entire season we've kind of sat with this idea of DeMeco Ryans was a great player here in with the Texans, and then he went off to start his own coaching thing. He started, he had a lot of great success as a defensive coordinator, and then ultimately got the head coaching job back home here in Houston. And of course, everybody's excited, right? Of course, everybody's excited. DeMeco Ryans comes in, and then all of a sudden, he has a hell of a rookie coaching season, along with CJ Stroud, who had a historic rookie quarterback season, and along with our defensive side, which we ended up getting both offensive and defensive rookie of the year awards.
Great things.
Just an absolute stellar season. But where do you go from there?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, where do you go from there, man? Because at that point, there's nothing else to do but win the chip after that, right? After a season like that, what do you do, right? So we had such a great season. There really wasn't a whole lot of, there was some turmoil and there's some things going on, but by all, we were firing on all cylinders for the most part going into every game. There really wasn't some of these just ridiculously outlandish things that we're seeing now from the Texans that are seemingly just like discipline issues, or
especially coming off the heels of last year, like you're saying. The expectations were super low. Rookie head coach, rookie QB, rookie offensive coordinator, all these things. And you're like, dude, if we're looking as good as we looking, while all these guys are rookies,
right?
We're coming to the next season, like all the familiarity is there, the play calling's there,
right?
Like all the things, it's gonna be clean, man. And we went into the offseason, got better personnel.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, bro.
So and just the thing is that here we are, we're what is this, week 10 going into week 11, right?
Yeah.
We haven't hit our bye yet. Okay, yeah. Week 10 going into week 11. We got Dallas coming up. And I mean, look, let's just be honest here. Dallas right now is completely imploding. I mean, look, Jerry Jones is, one more dick gaze from having his team taken away from him via vote by the NFL, owners association. I mean, like the guy's just
should have been to general manager's duties away from him, man. I mean,
Yeah,
for that organization, and obviously he's the head of the snake, right? So there's really
sure.
nobody that can like come in and snatch it from him. But
Yeah,
that just shows he ain't got good friends, bro. Like
he
none of his
doesn't.
friends are like, "Hey, Jerry, come on, dog. This gone on long enough. Like relinquish those duties, man. Give it
Right.
to somebody to know what they're doing."
Let's hire a staff. Let's get
Yeah.
a group of people together, like, all that stuff. Um, and the thing about it is as we're coming off of some of these really gut punching losses, right? Like the Lions was an absolute kick in the dick, man. I mean,
Yep.
we looked, and I've seen it on several other YouTube videos, publications, on TV, ESPN, all the Fox News and everything. Everybody's talking about the same thing. They're saying, man, when the Texans came out in that first and second quarter, they looked like a Super Bowl contending team. We looked phenomenal,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely phenomenal. And then for some reason, we fell completely flat on our faces in the second half.
But
And
obviously that wasn't an outlier, right? It wasn't like, oh my God, I
right,
can't believe the Texans imploded in the second
right.
half. This is unlike them. This
Unlike,
isn't what
yeah,
the Texans. No, it's exactly what the fucking Texans do.
yeah,
They proved that this is just who they are. This
yeah.
is what
And
they do.
it's funny too, because you and I talked about this on the post game live stream, which we do after every game. So you guys stay tuned and stay locked in for those. If you haven't already hit the
Subscribe.
notification bell, please do
Yeah.
that, because that's how you will be notified of when we go live at the end of every one of these at the end of these games. But you and I talked about it, and I immediately started looking up some stuff, right? And I was like, man, when was the last time we scored a touchdown? And the last time we scored a touchdown was against the
New
Patriots.
England. Yeah,
Yeah,
which don't count. We're not counting that game because
we're
that
not counting
game,
that game. So if you don't
yeah,
count that
that was
game,
a cakewalk.
if you don't count that game, the last time we scored big points in the second half was against the Chicago Bears.
Week 2.
Week 2. Yeah.
Crazy.
And so, we're starting to see all these trends, right? We're starting to see all these things happen consistently, and they're consistently happening. And what's really irritating me, and I took a very long kind of a path to kind of get to the ultimate point here, which is
Get the weave.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I want to know what DeMeco thinks.
Yeah.
And I can't get a good read on him. I don't know what he's feeling. I don't know what he's thinking. DeMeco Ryans would be I would absolutely hate to play poker with DeMeco Ryans. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know because he's saying much of the same thing over and over again in these press conferences, in these coach coffees with coaches that they're doing with him. This is a clip from post game. This is after our loss.
How you guys operate on offense, and when you evaluate play calling, like who all's involved in that? Is that the rest of the staff looking at Bobby? Is that Bobby going back over his stuff? How involved are you in something like that?
Yeah, when it comes to our calls and all those things, it's just at the end of the day, myself, Bobby, Frank, we call the games, and as we call the games, we're coaching our players to execute what we call the right way. So it's not only just the play call, but it's also how are we executing the calls in the right manner.
Like Gerard.
So I'll stop there, right? Because as we all know, one of the main things that everybody's talking about as we're coming out of this Lions game is Bobby Slowick's play calling, right? And he's saying, "Hey, we're doing this by committee, right? Like this is all of us. We're calling the plays. We're setting up the games, right?" The way he said it was very interesting, which tells me something that, and once again, I'm a big fan of watching Landry, and he said Bobby Slowick probably was a great test taker. Did you see that when he said that?
No.
So he said Bobby Slowick was probably a great test taker, right? He said you give him the syllabus and you tell him when the test is going to be. He's going to study. He's going to make flashcards. He's going to put together study sessions. He's going to do amazing at putting together. And he's going to come in there and he's going to ace that fucking test. He's going to get 100 on it. He's going to do a great job. He comes in that Tuesday and the professor gives him a pop quiz. He's going to shit his pants and walk out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that was the perfect analogy to what I feel like Bobby Slowick is, right? Which is
yes and no, right? Because it's like in these games, he's not acing the test. He's getting a 50 on the test.
Well, no. But that's the point, though. If you think about it, right? He's had all week, right, to prepare. Come out like absolute world beaters in the first and second half. All that opposing team has to do, make a few adjustments, and all of a sudden we're shit canned, right? We have no answer for anything in the second half. And it's because they made adjustments and Bobby couldn't deviate from what he planned.
From the original plan. Yeah.
From the original plan that he spent all week cultivating. Obviously a genius, right? Because it shows in the numbers. The first half, absolute Super Bowl contending team marching out on that field and executing these plans that they keep coming up with, which is great. The problem is that the other side of that field, the folks that are on the other side of the field, they're pretty fucking smart too. And they go, oh, okay, let's throw something else at you. And then they throw something else at you, and you're like, and Bobby's like, well, wait, that's not on my plan here. What? Okay, but what do I do now?
What movie was that? That was, I think it was a Waterboy where the coach had stole the Henry Winkler's green tablet. But then when he
finally just
then when
throws
he
it out
stepped up at the last game, he was like, "Wait, that's not in the green folder." That's what Bobby is, man.
So the thing is that we, Coach Ryan is doing these types of interviews, and he's like, "Look, man, this is all of us. We're all putting this together. We're all making these decisions. We're all putting together the play calling and all the other stuff. It's just coach talk to me, man. Like that doesn't tell me anything about how you feel. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't go up there and he doesn't say like, man, something's not working. We need to fix something. There's something that we need to do. Like there's no. He just seems so stoic and so like. Again, I'd hate to play poker with him because I don't know what his emotions are, right?
Yeah, it's pretty boring, man. Let's call a spade a spade. It's pretty boring. At least, like, you want one extreme or the other. Like, give me a Belichick. Like, be a fucking asshole at least. Like straight up tell us like you don't want to talk to us or whatever. But don't bullshit us. Or maybe be like a Mike McDaniels. You know what I'm saying? Be funny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Give us sarcasm in some sense. You know what I'm saying? But DeMeco's like straight down the line, boring. And it's frustrating because in losses like this, man, the past 2 weeks, frustrating ass losses. I get you, I understand you. I'm in the same boat, bro. Like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the clear BS. The clear fuckery. You know what I'm saying? And I guess obviously these guys get fined if they don't go up there and do these interviews,
right.
But it's just like, bruh, play. So that one was egregious, right? Because obviously, dog. I hope he went in the locker room after that press conference and just punched Bobby Slowick in the face. I was like, bro, you got me up here fucking lying for you, having to make up bullshit, dog. I don't deserve this. Like, come on, I didn't call that 3rd and 10 run play. You know what I'm saying? I ain't call a double reverse. You know what I'm saying? Like what the hell?
Right.
But cue up that other one, bro. Play the one where we were dumbfounded watching Titus Howard clearly strip the ball from CJ Stroud. And
so if you guys don't remember that play, I don't have the play queued up, but this was DeMeco after the game when he was asked what the fuck was that? What was that? Right?
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what happened. From my perspective, it looked like Titus was just trying to make sure he held CJ, and it's just something that he wasn't trying to take the ball. I would say if you speculating that he wasn't trying to take the football, he was trying to protect CJ.
Wasn't trying to take the football. He was trying to protect CJ. Now, here's the thing. We have the benefit of replay. Replay from several different angles, right? From up above, from down below, from left, from right.
I was gonna say, would you be able to find that while we discuss it for a minute? Because look, if you're a Texans fan, obviously you watched that frustrating ass game and you saw the play that we're talking about. Now, thankfully, the Texans ended up being able to recover because look, if they would have recovered that ball, if the Lions would have recovered, this would be a much bigger play. Some people may not know exactly what we're talking about, but if they would have recovered, that would have been the major talking point coming out of that game, right? But
oh, absolutely.
yeah, the fact that we recovered, maybe some people are like, I don't know exactly what y'all are meaning, man. So we're gonna try to get that up right now, bro. But clearly, this is the epitome of what we're talking about right now, bro. Like, don't bullshit us, DeMeco. We have eyeballs. We clearly saw Titus Howard strip the fucking ball from CJ Stroud. Why are you saying that? No, he wasn't trying to strip the ball. He was just trying to protect. Nigga, we saw him. We synced it. We synced it, bro. Like, what are you talking about? We seen him take the ball out of CJ's hands and it fall to the ground. And like I say, thankfully we were able to recover the ball. It's just frustrating, man. If you can't find it, it's all good. You know, we'll just have to leave it up to y'all to find that play, man, on your own time. But what a and this is in the second half. This is in the midst of the meltdown.
Right.
So frustrating to watch, bro. I mean, it's like what's going on with the decision makings of the team? Are they pumping laughing gas into the Texans locker room, making everyone just be silly, go nuts?
Oh, here it is. I found it. God bless Twitter. So here's the play.
Let's take a look at this. Let's see if DeMeco's right. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
Here's the play in question, right? So drop back, pressure. Stroud kicks up to the other side of the field, and then he doubles back, right? Because he's got pressure coming in. He's going to double back this way, right into Titus Howard. And it looks like Titus Howard tried to sack him at first. We obviously don't know.
Yeah. Look, could have got away, but nope. Titus is like, let me get this ball off of you, bro.
Man. I mean, how do you? I mean, this is what, like. I mean,
look
how
at
is
him.
he
He's grabbing.
Where is he holding
he's
CJ?
Grabbing at the ball. Look how aggressively he's going after the ball and ultimately wins. He strips the ball. Good job by you, bro.
What was he doing there? What was he doing
he's
there?
Stripping the ball. Look at him. Look, CJ has the ball, but look, okay, Titus is going to tackle him for I don't know why. Now look at him. Watch as he aggressively starts backing up and stripping the ball.
He's going to start trying to grab the ball from him.
Not try, successfully do.
And then right here, boom, he pops it out.
Yeah. Look. Yeah, he did what he was. He did what he was trying to do.
That's wild.
He goes right after the ball, bro.
I mean, what did he think he was going to accomplish with that? I don't know. That's
and then,
wild.
like you mentioned, why is DeMeco defending that? I mean, I guess that's what you should do as a good leader, right? Defend your troops.
I guess so. Yeah, sure.
But don't make us out to be stupid, though. Like we didn't see the shit.
Like we didn't see literally what just happened. Hey man, just really quick, that kicker for the Lions, both field goals made them by a cunt hair. I mean, like an inch to the left or an inch to the right.
Yeah,
it's over, son. Like both kicks were completely centimeters away from not making it. And both of them were chip shots for the most part. Crazy.
It sucks. It sucks, man.
And then Kaimi misses one.
Yeah, bro. It was from the jump. It was off. You know, it had no chance from the beginning.
So DeMeco was asked. You guys have heard me reference this a couple of times. Is the talk show that they have. It's a Houston Texans talk show where they have coffee with the coach. A couple of sports. Good show for the most part. But again, the last few weeks it just seems like we're the same thing. So it's a little clip. This is the one that really kind of set me off.
You go through this little tough passes, tough times. It's not just about getting through it, right? It's about growing through it. So through this difficult time, like, can we grow through it? Like, what lesson are you learning? How is that shaping your character? How is that strengthening your resolve? Like, how is that really strengthening your focus when you're lined up and you have to dial in a little extra, like how locked in are you to make that block? How locked in are you to make that right read and be in the right spot versus a pass concept? Like that's what I want our guys to take away from it. Like, and to go higher, to soar to new heights. Like there is, as we, everybody heard the adage where taking the stairs or taking the escalator. Right. And I told our guys today we're taking the stairs, right? We're taking the hard way, but it's okay because we both get to the top, but by taking the stairs, we're going to be a little stronger. And our team right now, we need to get stronger. We need to grow. We need to change some things. We need to have that championship mindset, and you got to see what it takes to win games. And our guys, I feel like they've learned that over the past couple of weeks, going through some tough losses, some difficult times. But you see how the extra and how little things, right, really shape up to be big things, because that's where our miscues were in the game. It's all those little things, like whether it's snap timing or cadence or being like it's eyes and just being in footwork. Like it's all those little things that add up to show you like, oh man, I really have to be on it if we're going to go play playoff football and beat playoff teams. Like those little things have to be like, we have to knock those out 100%.
Again, man, the coachisms, right? It's like just like
Yeah.
like I don't like looking at him. I don't even think he believes half of the shit he's saying. Like he's just kind of going through the motions. He's like he's like, yeah, all right, we got to get better. We got to do the small things. It's like, come on, man. Like and again, this is a Houston Texans sponsored like thing. I don't expect him to like be throwing people under the bus and shit like that, but. Yeah, and I don't know if it's just his demeanor, bro, but I hate a person that's calm all the damn time. It's like, all right, buddy, like there's some shit going on here. Let's act with a little urgency. Let's act with a little fire in us. You know what I mean? And I think he's too cool, man.
It's a tough part, right? Because man, obviously, it's no way he can be like that with the players. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Like I'm sure he in there lighting a fire, bro, and the players probably respect it because he was a player. He know they frustrated, like he frustrated. We all frustrated, but bro, as fans, it's even more frustrating because he trying to feed us that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like we pissed off. We know goddamn well this team is better than what they showed. Like we know goddamn well this team should be scoring at least a point in the second half of football game.
Man, for real.
Drop that Jets game. There's no way we came out the way that we looked against the Lions and should have lost that game by just not scoring a single point. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's tough because you sign up, there's a certain amount of media availability that these coaches have to give the media. And I'm sure after wins is fantastic. It's great. They probably hyped up, talk to him and shit. But especially after losses like that, I'm sure that's the last fucking thing in the world that he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give him a little credit for even trying to spew that bullshit, to us. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, like, if he's lying to us, it means he cares, right?
It means he Bro, I would have been like, dog, I'm sick. I got the shits. If I come in, y'all gonna have the shits. I'm not gonna be able to do it this week. I'm gonna let Bobby Slowick do it.
Yeah, I just something interesting that came up when they were talking about, this ability to switch things up, call audibles and things like that. You correct me if I'm wrong, man, but because I haven't really paid much attention to it since then, since this comment was made. But oftentimes you see the quarterback as he's coming up to the line of scrimmage, and he's calling out, right? Calling out 52, Mike, whatever, blah blah blah, boom, hey, look, 56, he's doing all these things, right? And he's telling the center, and the center's calling shit out, and the guards are calling shit out. Hey, I see this. I don't see that much of that with our line. Do you? I mean, I've never paid, and I'm really going to pay attention to it, but I've never really paid much attention to it, and I don't recall too many times where CJ Stroud has walked up to the line of scrimmage, seen something he doesn't like, and then all of a sudden starts calling audibles. I don't see too much of that, right? Am I wrong there? Am I off there? Do I have a bad
know,
perception there?
You're not wrong, but we also got to remember CJ Stroud is in the second year. You know, he's a phenomenal quarterback, right? But also is just in the second year. I don't think he's grabbed the reins like that yet, right? He's not a Peyton Manning quite yet. And let's be honest, you know, it took Peyton a while to get to that point. You know, he's not an Aaron Rodgers. It took Aaron Rodgers to get a while, you know, to be like that, you know, to call out exactly what the defense is about to do. And obviously you can see that they're struggling with that, you know, because they're not seeing the stunts. They're not, you know, seeing exactly like who's coming. So that's part of it. But at the same time, man, we had the discussion talking about what are the most important positions on the football team besides quarterback, right? Like you said, having a great center goes a long way. We kind of debated on what that position was. I said
right now that's a bit of a revolving door for us, right?
Yeah. So, you know, center position, bro.
Point.
Obviously, Jared Patterson, you know, we made the switch. He played center. You know, they made the switch just last game.
Right.
So it's an adjustment period, man. But you're absolutely right. These are things that good teams are able to do, you know, and once they get in the rhythm, Ben. But you know, that was the first game them playing with that particular group. I've said it to say, like, obviously those things are gonna come. You know, you want your offensive coordinator and your quarterback to be like symbiotic. You know what I'm saying? You want your center and even your running back. You know what I'm saying? Because hell, Marshall Faulk was one of the best at that. You know what I'm saying? He tapped Peyton on the ass, tapped Kurt on the ass, and just be like, "Hey, bro, hey, motherfuckers gonna get us." You know, we got to let's switch this shit up. You know, so it's a cohesive unit, man. But we have everything that we need to get to that point. I say that I don't know, you know.
Look, you sound like you're starting to sound like Coach Ryans now.
I'm kind of backtracking, man. I don't know if like we were so high on Bobby, bro, but I think Bobby needs to go.
But okay, so to that point, so you made a really good point about CJ being, and I guess we tend to overlook that because of some of the intangibles that the kid brings along with him, right? I mean, the way he talks, his mannerisms, his leadership abilities, his ability to get guys to buy in and do all these great things. We forget that he's only what, 23, 24, right? He's still a kid. 22 might be. Yeah, I think we looked that up. He's like 22, 23, and only still in his second year as an NFL quarterback, right? And so, you know, so things like that'll come. But then also at the same time, Bobby Slowick, it's only his second year as an offensive coordinator, right? And that may be a lot of what DeMeco kind of, you know, rests on, right? Where he's like, wow, okay, you know, yes, we're stumbling, yes, we're fumbling through some things, and we're making some really idiotic, you know, mistakes, and you know, he's talking about like all the small things that ultimately add up to the big things, and ultimately win you or lose you the games. That comment tends to make a little bit more sense, I guess, a little bit in the sense that
we're talking ourselves into believing and understanding what you're trying to say.
I guess so, man. I just there's so much hype that came into this. Here's the one thing that's bothered me so far about the Texans, and this is both. It's a backhanded compliment, right?
Okay.
Because the Houston Texans, and I firmly believe this. This is not rhetoric. I'm not just talking shit. I fully believe that the Houston Texans can beat any team in the NFL right now.
Absolutely.
They can beat anybody. They can beat the Kansas City Chiefs. They can beat the Baltimore Ravens. They can beat the Buffalo Bills. They can beat all of these teams, right? They could win the Super Bowl. The problem is that they can also lose to any team in the NFL.
It's true, man. But what do we say? This is how we've gotten a reputation, I think, of being negative. Because it's like even after the wins, I'm sorry, that we would come in post game and recap the games. It's like, dog, we would make the stupid ass mistakes and still somehow win. But we kept saying, bro, if we keep making those mistakes, that shit's gonna start to cost us games, and it has. It has, bro.
It cost us the stupidest ones.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the ones that we should have, bro. I mean, I can't think of besides the Minnesota game. I can't think of a game that we outright just should have lost. We should have won that Packers game. That
We
was
should have won.
mismanagement
Yeah,
at
100%.
the end of the game. Obviously the Jets game we should have won.
Yeah.
This Lions game, heartbreaking. That we should have fucking won that game.
Yes, 100%.
Crazy.
100%.
Crazy, bro. But to your point, shit, we should have lost the first game against Indy.
Hey, shouldn't we have lost against Buffalo?
We should have lost
against Buffalo. Remember?
The only one that we outright won was the Patriots game.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, to your point, bro. I mean, you're absolutely right, man. But it all comes down to, like I say, that gelling, that cohesiveness, all that, man. I think the team that we kept saying in the offseason that we're kind of modeling ourselves after, meaning you got a quarterback who's proven that he's great. He has all the intangibles, everything that you want. And bro, it's proven we have a badass fucking defense. We have a championship defense. Our 100%. Defense is not the problem at all. Nothing negative to say about the defense. And what team does that remind us of, man? That's the fucking Legion of Boom. That's that Seattle Seahawks team that brought in, Russell Wilson. Russ Russ, like I say, rookie, you know what I'm saying? This guy came in, they built the team around him and said, hey, you know what? We got something with this guy. We didn't expect it so soon, but let's build around him. Let's go. And they got it done. That's what the Texans have right now. You never expect a rookie quarterback to come in and, you'd be like, okay, you're going to win the Super Bowl this year. We're going to win the Super Bowl with this guy immediately. You're not thinking about that until like maybe, the next contract is coming up. You hope to strike that goal. That's always the hope, right? But it rarely happens. And the Texans, obviously, kudos to the team. They went out, they said, hey, in the offseason, we're going to build around this guy because we know we got that shit. So all those things that you're saying, like coming up to the line and doing all of that, calling these audibles, CJ should have called it audible when the play call came in for a third and 10 run. Oh, CJ, just do a varsity blues, bro. Just be like, man, hey, he called this play, but fuck Bobby. Fuck Bobby, bro. Bobby. We about to air this shit out.
Out routes.
Hook and ladder. Billy Bob, hook and ladder, bro.
I need you to give me 3 stutter step and go. That's it.
I think that's what Titus heard in his helmet, bro. He was like, this play for me. I'm taking this shit no matter what.
Oh man. Fat boy reverse on 3. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's what Titus heard. Titus said, let's go, baby. I'm finna give me a touchdown. Fat boy's
CJ ain't gonna call it audible. I'm calling the fucking audible, bro. Give me this shit.
Yeah, he called that shit. Give me that motherfucker. You ain't going nowhere with it anyway.
That's one of the craziest things I've ever seen, bro.
That's that's I don't know, man. Second and 8, we want to run it
consistently, not just like It's not just like a one-time thing. Like, damn, what were they thinking on that one play? Like every time we're in a second and long,
second and long, we run.
There's a run.
Why are we running?
And
Joe Mixon averaged 1.8 yards a carry.
Thank you. After the run game just not working. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like you don't have it going.
That wasn't on his notes. See, on his notes, he had Mixon averaging 3.6 yards a carry.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And that's how he had it planned out. And he's like, wait a second. Okay, no, yeah, all right, good. No, 2 and 8. Yeah, no, we're good. Go ahead and run it. What? Mixon can't move the ball. Oh, no. He's got my calculation here. 3.6 yards per carry from Mixon, right?
Yeah.
Run it. What the fuck, Bobby? What are you talking about?
You're right, bro. You're absolutely right, man.
He ain't moving the rock, Bobby. He's getting negative yards. 1.8 yards per carry is what he's averaging going into the third quarter. You want to run it on 2nd and 8?
And then thankfully you just got a guy, you got our quarterback who's able to he's a pinpoint accurate, bro, making something out of nothing without our number one receiver able to just make phenomenal plays. But like we kept saying, bro, that's not always going to bail us out. Like we can't depend on that because that's not normal. That's not what it's supposed to be.
You want to know what I'm afraid of? We get Nico Collins back next week. right?
For sure.
We get Nico back next week. Nico goes for 280 yards and 3 touchdowns, and we're gonna forget all about this. Bobby's gonna be a king for drawing up these plays. Mix is gonna average 4.5 per carry.
Yeah,
He's gonna get a buck. Yeah, he's gonna get 28 carries for $160 and a touchdown. And CJ's gonna run one in on foot, and Bobby's gonna look like a genius. And we're gonna stop talking about Bobby, and we're gonna win. We're gonna beat the Cowboys. Then we go into Tennessee, and we're just gonna mollywop them again.
Yeah,
CJ's gonna go for a couple touchdowns.
Yep.
Collins is gonna get a few more. Mix is gonna get him. Mechie might even get him 1 or 2. Dale gonna get him one, and we're gonna forget all about it. Then we go into Jacksonville.
Hey.
And it's gonna be the same thing.
All that would be nice. I would take that.
It would be nice, bro.
I just want it to happen in the second half. Let some of this shit happen in the second half. Like, let's not come out there and Nico score all of his points in the first half, and then we put up a goose egg like we've been doing. Let's see some kind of improvement. Because I get what you're saying. We can't excuse. We can't, take the Men in Black flash and just be like, oh,
happen though. And I'm not gonna let it happen. God damn it. I'm gonna keep talking shit about Bobby Slowick until the end of the year. I don't care if we do get the 1 touchdown in the second half. It still don't matter. I need 3 of them.
Yeah.
If Bobby Slowick don't get 3 touchdowns in the second half in any game from here on out until the end of the season, I'm calling his stint a failure in this season.
No, and that's fair, bro. Because, bro, you're supposed to get better in the second half. You're supposed to see how the opposing team is playing you. You're supposed to come out and put up more points. It's not technically supposed to get easier, but shit, it ain't supposed to get harder. No. You know what I'm saying? It's weird, bro. It's weird. Usually you see teams just come out and that's when they put up their points, is in the second half.
The second half, yeah. Everybody's warmed up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The legs and stretched up, everybody's muscles and tendons all warmed up, and it's like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, you see the other team's tendencies. You like, oh man, that corner is playing me off like this, bro. Like, shoot, catch me to the inside a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Bro, it's weird, man. So look, being that as it may, we talk about all these things. We talk about what our potential is against the teams that we got coming up. What's the Texans' realistic chances of making the playoffs at this point? Because we was like, yo. We called it, unfortunately. It looked like we were going to be wrong. I even told I texted Omar during the Lions game. I was like, yo, the subscribers about to shit on us hard, for talking shit, saying that we was going to lose this Lions game. And lo and behold, we drop it in the most heartbreaking way, bro. Honestly, Omar, in losses, bro, I'd rather get blown out. I'd rather get
there was so many people that had that same sentiment, right? That they were like, man, this one was hard to swallow because this pill was hard to swallow. I would have rather gotten blown out 50-12, right?
Yeah.
And just walked off and went and said, okay, that we expected that, right? So to your point, right, you were texting me and you were like, man, everybody's finna start shitting on us, this, that, and the other. My cousin, shout out to my cousin Roger. Him and I text a lot during the game, right? And he was going batshit crazy. He was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Dude, we're killing it. We're going into halftime. I said, hey, Bubba. I said, yes, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right on all of this. Absolutely right on. I said, wait until the second half, man.
Yeah, man.
I said, the second half is going to be the telltale. I said, we're a horrible second half team. I said, I want to see this type of production in the second half. I said, and I'm not going to start celebrating until we score at least a touchdown and 2 field goals in the second half of this game. And it never came. And he texted me at the end of the game and he's like, bro, what the fuck happened? And I'm like, I don't know, man. Bobby Slowick happened. The Texans happened. CJ missed a wide open.
Bobby Slowick was born, and then the Lions game happened.
CJ gave up a couple interceptions in the second half, a really crucial one in the red zone, in the end zone. Fuck the red zone.
That was his worst throw.
I think so. I think so. And I'm hoping that famous short memory of CJ Stroud really takes place and he forgets about all that.
Yeah, I'm not worried about
it. He's back up and firing. But you were talking about playoff chances.
Yeah, what's our chances, man? So, we took those losses that we shouldn't have taken. Obviously we're benefiting from being in the garbage ass AFC South, but I don't like that we've left the door cracked. We've left the door cracked, man. And given what we've been talking about this entire video, man, this entire pod,
Who did we leave it open?
where were the? I mean, I'm curious to know. You know how ESPN puts up the percentage chance of a win. I'm curious as to what the percentage chance of a win was against the Lions in that Lions game, bro. It had to have been upwards, really good chance to win the game. So I'm looking at this. Obviously, this looks very favorable to us. 94.4% chance of making the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
But we've shown that given a large chance to win, we figured out a ways to fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like the fact that we've left the door, bro. We'd be in the 99.9%, man, if we would have taken care of business against the Jets, taken care of business against the Lions with a fucking cushion. Indy wouldn't even be in the conversation, But now, they got their issues. I think, they thought that maybe Joe Flacco could recreate the magic that he had last year in his comeback player of the year season. But Flacco's toast. He's done. You got Mr. Take me out the game. Coming back.
Flacco turned out to be exactly what we thought he was, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, man, he looked horrible out there, bro.
Yeah, man. But look, Indy they still got a squad, and the main thing is, Omar, and we've talked about it this entire year. We know we got a hell of a schedule on the back end, bro. We know we got some tough things going on. And look, the injury bug has caught us in the worst way. So many things. It's hard. We say it all the time, bro. It's hard to win in the NFL. Nothing is guaranteed. So these percentages don't mean a fucking thing to me, honestly, bro. It don't mean shit to me. Realistically, what are we looking at? So we said that, we feel like good times are ahead of us in the intermediate future, right? We're gonna take down the Cowboys. I wanted that game to be a little bit more competitive because I don't want no excuses from them boys, bro. I want them to take their L at full strength, but we'll take it how we can get it.
But here's another thing about this game against the Cowboys, right? There's a lot of things that intangibly are playing against us. Number one, it's a Monday night game.
Yep.
Number two, it's a primetime game. Yep. Historically, we don't do too well in either one of those.
And then bright lights.
And when those bright lights are on us, we tend to do some real dumb shit. It's the curse of the It's the curse of the Bambino. It's the curse of what's the chick that sings the Monday Night Football?
Is it Carrie?
Is it Carrie? The white
Carrie
chick?
Underwood.
Yeah, there you go, Carrie Underwood. Doesn't she sing the Monday night? Song? Yeah. It's the curse. It's the curse of Carrie Underwood. It's just that Cowboys game really scares me, man. It's what did you call it?
No slouch, But the guy that's licking his chops, obviously, the guy who had a love affair with our quarterback all in the offseason and traveled with them, bro. I haven't even taken my wife on as many vacations as CJ and Micah did just this one off season. You know what I'm saying? They was all in Tokyo and shit. Like, damn, man. Yeah. Look,
bro,
Micah's licking his chops, man. He is hyped for this game. He ready for this game.
You never taken me to Tokyo. What the fuck? What kind of friendship are we having here, bro? This ain't right. We've been in New Orleans. You ain't never taken me.
We need more subscribers. We need more super chats.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. We need some more thanks. Like you guys can give like a thanks down at the bottom. Send me and my boy to Tokyo.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. 7:15 Monday night, man. That's a tough spot. And then hopefully from here on out, I think we're all noon games, and then we got the Ravens at 3:00. It's we're supposed to win the next three. Without an absolute doubt in my mind, we're supposed to win the next three based on how the Dolphins looked the other day. Probably winning the next four. Dolphins look horrible against what was it? Not the Rams. Who they played? The Chargers. It was the Rams, right?
It was the Rams. They've just looked bad all season, man. Even when Tua is out there, they just don't look the same. I think we talked about it at the beginning of the year, man. Defenses have figured out, how they need to play that team. to eliminate those huge plays that happen.
Right.
So much so that there was talks, I don't think real talks, but talks that people were saying that the NFL should ban some of these coverages. They want these big plays. But it's like, nah, bro. And look, we say it, bro. We got all faith in our defense. You know, I think our defense is gonna handle the Tyreek Hills, the Jalen Waddle. So yeah, to your point, man, there's not a team in the NFL, bro. Honestly, I mean, look how bad Kansas City looked against Denver. I mean, the miracle ass
lost that game.
Field goal, dog. That shit. They've had a few games like that, Omar. You know, like they're the most. Yeah, I think our boy Mikey said it, bro. They're the most mid 9-0 team that NFL has ever seen. You know, they are a beatable team. You know what I'm saying? And seemingly they haven't even been hit by the injury bug just quite yet, man. And everybody gets hit by the injury bug, bro. So you know, some
well, they got hit by the injury bug, but they did a damn good job of recovering from it. Right?
True,
I mean,
right. There
was a time there where they didn't have no wide receivers.
Right.
You know,
right.
What's the coach had to suit up and get his big ass out there and go catch some passes. You know what I'm saying?
I got to tie a cheeseburger to the front of his hat, bro, like have him chasing around.
Like
and he gonna run a 4-3
horse with the carrot, put a carrot in front of him, get him to run it. But yeah, man, I mean, again, I stand on that, right? I stand on that. I stand true to that. I think the Texans can beat any team in the NFL on any given Sunday. But the bad part about it is that we can also lose to any given team on any given Sunday.
You know, the team that they struggle against the most and that they cannot seem to beat, bro, is Baltimore. The Texans.
Oh, yeah, well,
the Texans cannot beat the Texans. They can't get out their fucking way, bro. Every week. They just beating themselves, man. Honestly, I think that every game that we've lost, except for the Minnesota game, because we got mollywopped. Except for the Minnesota game, the Texans beat the Texans, bro. The Packers didn't beat the Texans. Jets didn't beat the Texans. Lions didn't beat the Texans. It was the Texans that beat the Texans.
And I want to know how the hell the Houston Texans fan base that were at the game that day allowed the Lions fan base to get so fucking loud that they caused a false start penalty.
Some ticket sales, bro.
That was a disgrace.
The Lions fans shouldn't even been able to buy fucking tickets and get those tickets in the first place. So shame on y'all.
shame on y'all who scalped your tickets.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this shit got to change, bro. And that shit's been going on for way too long, bro. Way too long, man. But anyway, before we end up getting more negative,
I know, right?
Obviously, man. Next video, man. We'll get something up. Our prediction video. For the Cowboys game. It is a Monday night game, so but we do want to try to still getting these videos out during the week. We know y'all enjoy that, man. The weekends are for family, bro. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, possibly, with our prediction video for the Cowboys, man. Y'all hit that like, subscribe button, do all the things so you know when we going live, when y'all know what's up, man. Check out our merch shop, our prediction video tomorrow. Y'all will be able to comment what your prediction for the score is, and get some free merch, man. So y'all check out the merch shop, see what it is that you want to get, you know, when you hit the numbers, and just holler at us, man. Let us know.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you guys checking in. We'll catch y'all on the next video. We love y'all. Peace.